So it's the 10th of June and we're finally back out on the boat. Seems to have been a long time since we've been sailing. But it's not raining at last. Decent breeze, so we're off. And we've got 4 days. So looking forward to it. Not many boats out here though. Can't see anybody. How are you doing then, Skipper?
Yeah, we're doing good.
And where are we going?
It's a really good question. Well, we're heading south at the moment, southeast, down Loch Fyne. So we got 4 days and it's supposed to be quite breezy, sort of northwesterlies, 4 5s and 4s, 5s and 6s. So we were thinking about going around the Mull, but we're not going to bother. So we're going to head to Loch Goil Head. So round Garrick Head, south end of Bute, up the Clyde, and past Holy Loch, into Loch Long, and then up to Loch Goil and Loch Goil Head. And have a night there, a couple of walks, and then we'll probably go to Millport, maybe the Kyles, maybe Lamlash, who knows.
We've just put the pole out on the Genoa because it was flapping around. I say we, I just pulled in a bit of rope. Skipper did all the hard stuff. It's a bit quieter now and we are bombing along. Is that my cup of tea?
And that's your cup of tea coming? How's your cup of tea?
It's a very good cup of tea.
Is that because you didn't make it?
Yeah.
Tea that you don't make is always better, isn't it? Mind you, you don't know because you always make the tea.
I drink more tea than anyone else. Shall I let it off on this side?
Yeah. Well, that's us nearly past Kilchatton Bay, screaming up the Clyde. At 6.5 knots. It's Great Cymru, just over there.
Oh, so here we are, beating up the side of Bute, It's turned into a bit of a beat, not a broad reach at all. Well, not a beat, it's a close hauled up the side of Bute. And the wind's picked up a little bit. We've had one gust of 20 knots, but usually it's sort of between 15 and 17 knots. We're doing 6.3 knots and we're zooming along. Pip's not that happy then. But we have moved the main sheet so that she can have her rug where she likes to lie without threat of her disappearing over the side attached to a bit of rope. Needy time for another cup of tea, I feel. So how are we doing now, Skipper?
Oh, we're doing very well. We've just passed the Gantoks. There's some rocks just off the Noon.
There they are.
And coming up past the Noon. And we're going to cross the Holy Loch and into the start of Loch Long. So, what we got, what's this saying? 6 miles to Ardentiny.
Yeah.
So yeah, another hour and a bit to go, I suppose. I think when we get to Ardentiny or the head of Loch Goyle, we'll probably put the sails away, get the engine on, do the last bit by engine.
So it's about 5:30, I think, and we are sailing up past Dunoon now. We've had several cups of tea, several biscuits, and our Danish, because we left too late to have our Danish with our cup of coffee. But I think it's going to be quite late before we get our tea tonight. Just see the ferries crossing ahead. We've had to put the engine on. The wind's, there's still some breeze, but it's right on the nose and means we've got a beat up here and it's quite narrow. Pip's had enough. I've had enough really. It's 6 hours of sailing and we've got another couple of hours to go. I want my tea. It's a bit noisy in here. Not sure whether you're going to get this, but here's our tea. It's been cooking in here. Meatballs and gnocchi. Oh, look at that. That's where we're going, up there. Not long that way. Loch Goyle up there. We've got to get the vectors in line to get through. But first, we're going to have our tea. It's a bit hot. We've had a bit of a disaster. The dinghy's got a hole in, so we had to pump it up again, and we've left it on the pontoon, and hopefully with the pump in it, hopefully we can get back, but not quite sure what we're going to do with our 4-day trip now. So we're just leaving Loch Goyle Head. It's really pretty. Been for a lovely walk. Met an old friend who I did my day skipper course with. And we are now motoring until we get out of the moorings, and then it's a sail back to Largs to try and fix the dinghy.
Yep, got to get a dinghy repair kit because the one that we had last night had gone off. So note to self, make sure that when you've got a dinghy repair kit on board, that it's in date and not gone rock solid.
Very annoying, very, very annoying. But hey-ho, at least we might get a meal at Scott's tonight if we're at Largs, or even ice cream at Nardini's.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So we're heading down the Clyde to Largs as quickly as possible because the Chundry shuts at 5 and we need to get some glue, hopefully today, so that we can fix the dinghy overnight and then use it tomorrow. Otherwise Pip's going to be very upset. But are we going to get there before 5? So here are the instruments saying at the moment we're going to arrive at 4. But if we drop our speed, it suddenly says we're not going to get there till 5. There's our poor dinghy all rolled up on the foredeck, all tied down. Gaston. Fingers crossed we're going to get that glue. Nearly sea Largs now. We're getting there. Cymru's getting bigger. Here's the busy skipper, having to fight like crazy with the wheel in all these gusts.
Got to go fast.
Got to go really fast. Fly like the wind. Storming past. Give them a wave. They're not looking.
Not looking.
He's definitely not looking. They're well reefed. Should we be reefed? That is the question. So it's dropped a bit, the wind, so we're not reefing. We better get there in time for this glue shop to be open, that's all I can say. Boat over there is also going downwind. It's only got a tiny bit of main out. I don't know if you can see back there, but there's the ferry that goes to Rothsea, and it's in its berth. So we're going to sail across in front of it and hope that it's still loading before we get past it. Ferry going behind us. You're concentrating on your steering. It's a bit of a full-on sail, isn't it?
It's quite an energetic sail, yeah.
Epic sail.
Epic. Well, when you're averaging over 6.5 knots, nearly 7 knots for several hours, it's pretty good going.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, Pippi, we're going to get that glue. It was saying 8.4, but it's dropping again now. Oh, 8.1, 8.2. Oh. That's a bit exciting, isn't it? After yesterday's epic sail, getting here in time to catch the shop open, the Chundry open, we discovered that the glue takes 48 hours to go off. So we haven't got a dinghy today or tomorrow, so we're going to go home, fix it properly on the kitchen floor, which means we're sailing home today, one day short. But never mind. But Pip gets one more play with the frisbee, which she's really looking forward to. So here we are, big green patch of grass on the way to the Pencil Monument. There's the Pencil Monument. It's Cymru. Nice breeze. We should have a good sail today. And here is the frisbee throwing grounds. You want me to throw it again? So here we are at the Pencil, and it's to commemorate a battle that took place between the Norwegians, I presume the Vikings, and the Scots in 1263. King Alexander III was in charge of the Scottish army. Anyway, it doesn't look like either of them won. And to commemorate it, they have built the Pencil, which is 57 feet tall. One of the best bits about downward sailing in the sunshine is you've got time to make a proper fancy frothy cup of coffee. Here goes. So the coffee is ground. I've got the little espresso maker out. I've got the milk frother ready, all set to make 2 frothy coffees. So the coffee machine is on. The milk's coming up to the boil. The mugs are ready. Only question left now is, do we have shortbread biscuits or stem ginger cookies? And there we have it. 2 frothy coffees and some shortbread fingers. Well, I'm glad we had our frothy coffees when we did, because now we've got a gale almost. Well, it feels like a gale. It's not really a gale. But we're zooming along again. So sails are back out and we are doing 5.3 knots in 14 knots of breeze. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. That's it for this week, I think. Very nearly at the end back in Tarbert, so probably the last clip to film. And hope you've all enjoyed it this time. Next trip is hopefully going round the Mole. That's the start of our proper West Coast adventures.
We hope you've enjoyed this latest episode. If so, please leave a like on the video and comment with any questions or suggestions that you have for us. We have quite a few more videos to edit from the 2024 season, so why not subscribe and follow along.